Hi, Eric Hoffberg coaching video. Been a while. Wanted to share some thoughts, and always my intention in putting together a video is to get my perspective out there to people that I'm working with in a different way other than, say, a phone call. So happy to put something together on video. There's a team in the National Hockey League that has spent a lot of time building their culture around 4 ideas that they got from high-ranking naval officers. The 4 ideas are: know what your mission is, know your role, be confident, be prepared to deal with uncertainty. Know what your mission is, know your role, be confident, be prepared to deal with uncertainty. And those are really good. That's a good group of 4 ideas that any one of us can put together and think about, are we doing that enough with our life, with what it is that matters to us? Know what your mission is, I think, could also be viewed as, why am I doing this? And you could do that on a daily basis or over a span of a hockey season. You know, why am I doing this? What is this about for me? What's going on here? Why am I doing this? Get yourself into mission mode. Know why you're doing something. Know your role can be, how can I help, I think. Trying to just come from a place of that whatever it is that I'm doing, if I know my role, then I'm really thinking about how best I can fit in, hopefully, and do good work and really help. But you're never going to be able to embrace the idea of knowing your role if you don't start from the standpoint of, what I really want to do is I want to have positive influence. I want to help whatever situation I'm involved in. Then the third instruction is be confident. And what I think about be confident is, how will I think? How will I think? And I think that in some ways you can know your role and you can know what the mission is, but if you don't take time to figure out how you're going to think about things, then I don't think that you're going to be as strong a player as you need to be. And then I thought that be prepared to deal with uncertainty would be, how will I respond when it's not easy? How will I respond when it's not easy? And so I think a lot of what's going to happen there is just that your response is going to have to do with the planning that you're putting in place for how you're going to think. So again, I think it comes back to this: be confident. How are you going to think? Great. Know your mission, know your role, be confident, be prepared to deal with uncertainty. But right there in the middle is this be confident part, and that's the part about how we think. And so I think you got to call a timeout, as you head into tasks or as you're in the middle of something, and you have to make certain that you can answer this question: what's the best way for me to think about this? So if you're a hockey player right now at the pro level, your season is coming down to the last lap. What's the best way for you to think about this last lap? How do you want to set up your thoughts? And I think, for all of us, we can stop and ask ourselves, what is the best way for me to think about the day that I'm having right now, the project that I'm in the midst of? What's the best way to think? And sometimes just more what? Do I need to be more excited or more? Maybe sometimes we ask ourselves, the way that I need to think is more like a leader, and that's enough of a call out. It helps us get a framework for thinking. So I'm just going to try everything that I do. I'm going to try to make sure that I'm thinking like a leader. Maybe we remind ourselves to think like a learner, right? Maybe it's something that way. I also thought another way to set this up is, my thoughts should remind me to be what? My thoughts should remind me to be what? If I'm going to be confident about what's going on, so I'm going to know my role, I'm going to understand what the mission is, and I'm going to set myself up to be prepared for uncertainty, to be prepared for adversity and that. So what's going to be the mindset? And so my thoughts should remind me to be what? Maybe more present, I wrote. How about to be more observant? How about just, I want to just think thoughts to remind me to stay cool, to stay calm. But set it up in your mind for how you're going to think, so that things like understanding the mission, understanding the role, and being ready to deal with adversity, they all come from the way that you think, just from the way that you think. And it's all going to go better from there if we do that. The last thing that I think that fits together with this for me is that it's around you get what you give. And I think we go so far with that. If we could just keep refocusing and reframing and thinking about whatever it is that I'm putting into this, I have to make certain that I feel good about that, what I'm putting into it. Do I really feel good about what I'm putting into what it is that I'm doing? Because what I put into it will be what I'll get out of it. I have a number of college athlete clients, college hockey clients, whose not just season just ended, but their college career just ended. And I think about looking knowing these guys and watching them go through this period of time and seeing the way that what they put into it is what they got out of it. There's tremendous reward at a critical point where, you know, when you're done with your college hockey career, you want to make certain that you're feeling great reward in that. And it's just been as simple as that. As I look at these examples of these guys, is that they really applied themselves to what they were doing and they put a lot into it. Were they perfect all the time? Absolutely not. But did they really think about what the experience was about for them, and then think about how to best show up in a high quality way? Did they do that over and over and over again? Did they put in that sort of quality effort, if you will, that quality attention? They did, and they've gained so much reward. It's just also, I think, a great reminder for all of us to, well, just to do exactly what I'm talking about. Just stay focused on as much as we can. What you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. I hope this helps. Cheers.